Hello, welcome to my ADI Part 3 series where I get all the answers about the tests from an ex-ADI enforcement officer, the people who will conduct your Part 2, Part 3 and standards check tests. I've put 16 of the most burning questions that both PDIs and ADIs ask about the test, and in this video I asked the question, should I do a lesson briefing? So this follows on from the previous video where there's two scenarios. You could be midway through a lesson and you just get the examiner in the car and continue. But there may be the scenario where you're going to start the lesson from afresh and you're going to need to do a lesson briefing to set goals, set the level, and just establish some base knowledge from your learner. In this video, we answer that question and give an example. So we do a little role play as well. So, because you said about sort of going back to what was said at the beginning about there's two ways. They could be midway through a lesson, they do that,
right?
And then the other way, if there was some kind of briefing, is that
so
where we were headed?
So let's do a briefing. So I'll be the instructor, you're going to be my student. Let's say you've done, you're part trained, don't want to get into hours, but you're part trained, halfway through your learning, and you struggle with roundabouts, and we've been doing a few lessons on them now, and we've got you to the point where you can now do them, but the minute a car appears, you start to either come at position or things like that, and I think it's because you're looking too much that way. You know, you're staring at the cars. Yeah, exactly, and that's causing other problems.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's, and you be kind of a typical learner that sort of goes, dunno, or whatever.
So let's play that scenario. This is what you've noticed about me as your learner. I'll play the role of that learner that's got this problem.
And this is a full brief. This would be, I haven't had actually, we actually begin, I've literally picked you up, brought you to the test centre, exam's got in the back, and I haven't actually even spoken to you about this before, so it's literally,
you've saved it for the
start of the, and sometimes this is literally the actual, this is maybe I've actually driven you to the test centre, this is actually the beginning of the lesson. That's fine.
So you're like for going in from like a bit of a cold start. You're not midway through. You're just
we're literally start of the lesson. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we can play that as a scenario.
So I would say, I'd say, okay, Harris, you still okay with the examiner sat in the back?
Yes, a bit nervous.
Yeah, okay. So don't worry about him. He's obviously there to watch myself, not you. So you are under no pressure at all. So what do you remember about the last lesson that we did?
We've been working on roundabouts. We did a few of those, and I practiced the parallel park as well towards the end of the lesson. What
was the thing that you remember struggling with the most in that lesson?
Probably the roundabouts.
Yeah. Do you remember what it was exactly about the roundabouts? We did speak about it at the end of the last week.
I don't know. It's just I just find it difficult sometimes to know whether I should be going or stopping
or waiting.
I just get, I don't know, overwhelmed by it all. It's like, if they're quiet I feel alright, but when they're quite busy,
when there's a lot of decisions to be made,
it's all it all happens all at once, and so they don't make mistakes.
What could you do for yourself that could unlock that potentially? What, if you're saying it all gets overwhelming when you get there, what things do you think you could employ to mitigate that, to stop that from building up for you?
I don't know. I just more practice. I don't know really.
Well, do you mind if I recommend something? To you?
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't know.
Well, do you remember what we've talked about the MSPSL?
Yes.
Yeah, and what that stands for?
Yeah, I can remember that.
Yeah. Do you want to tell that to me?
Yes, you do your mirrors and your signalling, then you think about your lane and positioning. Slow down?
Yeah, speed, so we're reducing speed, aren't we?
And
then L, last one.
Oh yeah, look. Yeah, look. L.
Do you remember what we said L expanded into in terms of making a decision?
Oh, God.
But don't worry about the acronym itself.
There was something.
There was. So it's LADA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we'll start with L, which we've already agreed was looking. Do you remember what the other bits were?
Something about, do you decide to go?
Yeah, that's one of them. Yeah,
well,
we can stick with that. So it's look, assess, decide, and then the last thing is acting upon that decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you did say that. I'd forgotten it.
One thing maybe we could work on is, as you're approaching the roundabout, you have a golden opportunity to start that assessment on approach. Yeah. So instead of waiting until we get there,
I think I'm trying to do it all at the end.
Okay.
I think.
So maybe what we should start to do, if it's okay with you, is maybe look at doing that a tiny bit earlier, so I can start saying to you maybe, how busy does it look? What's the likelihood of you being able to go? You know, how slow do you think you need to go? Could you actually just merge into things like that to start getting you to think about merging in with the traffic rather than sort of coming right up to, as you say, getting overwhelmed and then having that issue? Do you think that would actually get maybe a bit closer to the answer for you?
Yeah, I think because you don't have to stop, do you?
No, not if there's not a reason to, no.
And I think, maybe if I did that, sort of try and work out earlier if I was going to go or not.
Yeah,
exactly. It's busy.
Yeah, you think that would work? Well, what we'll do is we can start off with that and then we'll see how that goes. I think that probably realistically, seeing how you've learnt before from me, that's kind of what's worked for us, hasn't it?
Okay.
And with this subject matter, because I'm obviously going to be teaching something new, what do you think about the level? I mean, let's rule out independent, because to be able to help you the most, I kind of need to interact with you a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely feel I need help to do that.
Okay, so how about, because I think you're quite a good driver, to be honest, and you've been quite good in the lessons. Yeah, I mean, you've been progressing quite nicely, and as you say already, you can do the roundabouts. It's only when things get busy that
I feel like they're quiet. So that's when they get a bit spicy.
Okay. So how about to respect you know, the level of drive you've got, how about we agree to you be independent with moving the car, your day-to-day sort of moving the car, mirrors, thing, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I'll prompt you, so in other words, asking you questions to lead you to an outcome. With things about the decision process, when to start that decision process. So we're talking about that looking, assessing, deciding.
Yeah.
And then maybe after a few goes, I can see if that's working for you.
Okay.
And if it is, then I can we can change it up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sound good?
Sounds like a plan.
Cool. Have you got any questions or anything about that? Or are you just happy to give it a go?
No. So basically, you'll tell me where I'm going to go.
I will tell you where we're going in plenty of time.
And I feel like if I know where I'm going, what lane to be in, it's just if you help me with the.
Yeah, literally with the decisions. Yeah, if I see obviously you going, a little bit pitong at any point, maybe we go off, maybe you drift or something. Obviously I won't leave you hanging. I will actually.
Yeah.
But I've never seen that as a problem before. Yeah. So at this moment in time, I don't particularly anticipate that happening. But I'm here for you if you need it.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's give it a go then. So that would be a typical briefing. I've got, a buy-in from you. I've had to lead you a little bit of what the outcome is. I've also said quite a lot that I know you quite well and I know what works for you, which tells the examiner this is a relationship that's just continuing. That, it's a little bit longer than it would be if it's a recap, but that's because I needed to understand some things. And I feel I try not to...
time well spent.
Yeah, time well spent. I found out what your problem was. I found out you had a bit of a lack of it seemed to me you had a bit of a lack of confidence with the roundabouts themselves because of this uncertainty. So I tried to sort of help you with that and say to you, you got this. It's just that one element. You weren't sure about the level, so I kind of had to lead you a bit to it, and that was fairly easy because the person you were role playing he seemed sort of quite confident in my ability to help him. So out of that, it's what's the aim here? What are we trying to get out of this? 45 minutes or so. What means are we doing that by? How am I helping you with that? And whereabouts am I helping you? Because that was good. I think that was quite good. You were good at that. You've obviously done that before.
I've done it before. Because when you ask about MSPSL,
and that was good because you couldn't remember.
When they do bang that out, I think, fair enough. That's obviously they've been drilled well on it. But the reality is, they're like,
how did you feel from a teacher? Did you feel that I actually did get that out of you? Or,
yeah. No, you were asking me the questions. Like you had to dig. I wasn't just giving it to you on a plate.